Good morning, everybody. So let's see. I apologize for starting a little bit late. I woke up just like an hour before or something like that and decided I wanted pancakes for breakfast. And I had the most traumatic experience ever for somebody with fucking horrible anxiety. I went there, I wanted pancakes. I get the strawberry banana 4-pack stack, whatever. But they brought me the strawberry banana French toast, and I had a fucking panic attack debating if I should have like told them that like I got the wrong food, or if like I should have just ate it. On the bright side, I had the French toast before. I liked it, but like I knew I couldn't eat like a whole thing if it just by itself. So I was like, okay, no, I have to tell them that I got the wrong food because I don't like the French toast compared because I went there for pancakes, you know. So I did, and they had to make it, and so yeah, I am late, and I apologize for that. Uh, God, that was stressful though. I hate situations like that so much. Anyways, we're back with Doki Doki Literature Club with the Purist mod. Um, if I recall correctly, where we left off was shit. They had just shared their poems in the practice stage for the for the festival, right? They they just stood up in front of everybody and they gave their presentations. I think I did the poem and now we're on the next day. Pretty sure. And let's see if I can still do the voices, because I was probably already forgetting them when I was doing them last stream. So, and that killed my throat. So, but let's see how day 2 goes. So we got the ellipses. I can't remember what those are called. I think ellipses, but don't quote me. I'm an idiot. Oh, also, I think color filters are off, so it should look normal for people. Okay, back to the game. Let's go. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I knew it, everything is back to normal. Okay, hold on. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. So, pretty sure this is next day. And, Sayori seemed a little spacing out. So we had to gone to Monica and see, if there was, like, what was up. If she knew anything. And, I think they went to go talk. And, either we fell asleep or we just spaced out ourselves. So, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, that's where we're at. Before I knew it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Ooh. We need to check in on our girl Sayori. That looks like a pained smile. I'm sorry, my girl. She's the best one so far. It's really nice, Jennifer. Thanks. Mm-hmm. So, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Eh? Of course. Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want to nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. It's... Oh, this is one of those things where it's like, I know already what happens, so... But, like, also as a person who not only has dealt with this, but, like, has seen it through a lot of friends. Oh, it's pretty subtle if you don't like recognize it. I like it. I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, Hey, Jennifer? I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. But in the end? Yeah? I guess you're the one, oh, wait. I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Everyone else? Wait. Of course I do. But that doesn't mean that I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something. And this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when I'm thinking about you. Sayori? No. Jennifer. I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If he had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori. I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Sayori. I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Just tell me what will cheer you up. She shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Jennifer. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. God, why is it when I start these, it always sounds like somebody's fucking knocking on my door? But, like, nobody's there. Ugh, that's annoying. Okay. Anyways, go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. But before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out the classroom, humming to herself. Yeah, alright, no poem from her. Alright, Natsuki, let's go. This one's alright. Alright. Well, yeah. It was about as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit. Well, of course I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyways? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? Eh? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Ugh. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh. Oh. Maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I know I keep making the fucking same ass JoJo reference, but it's like, oh, you're trying to scare me away? I can't scare you away without elbowing you in the stomach. Whatever. Fuck. Stupid ass joke. Forgive me, I've been up for less than an hour. Or just slightly over an hour. Whatever. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. That was the worst laugh ever. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing even happened. I'll be your beach. You'll be my beach? Cool. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder of the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. God damn. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Oh, that's too lewd. Holding hands, that's too lewd. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. I don't get what this rhyme scheme is. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Alright. Pretty solid, pretty solid. Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something nice something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first, then came up with the message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing. She wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it, or whatever. Ugh, you can never really see her doing that too. Oh, you can really see her. Where the hell did I put never in there? Okay, making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was a good practice. Alright. Let's go to Yuri then. How'd you do your beach poem, Yuri? I see. I think you're improving at writing in general, Jennifer. But I can't help feel a little bit foolish. Eh? What for? I feel like I kept trying to offer advice when it should have been clear to me that you prefer a different writing style. I probably sounded so arrogant. I'm so stupid. Yuri, that's a little... No. You don't understand. I spent so much time worrying about what's better and what's worse. Not just with you. With Natsuki and Sayori. It's obvious now why nobody has fun when talking to me. And because of that, I'll just keep my mouth shut about your poem. Yuri buries her head into her arms on her desk. That's not the first time I've seen her do that. I don't think it's ever as bad as you make it sound in your head. I think if people really didn't like talking to you, then it would be a lot more obvious. I know that you like to read deeply into things, but some things are just worth taking at face value. I've gotten so used to it that it's harder for me to comprehend any other possibility. Gotten used to what? Reading deeply into things? Being disliked. Yuri. What am I saying? I'm sorry. I never meant to bring this up. Yuri turns away from me. You should go. Huh? Please. Please don't look at me right now. I want to do some thinking. Are you sure? She nods. Alright. I leave Yuri be. Comforting or reassuring her is nearly impossible as it is. So when she wants to be alone, I think anything I say could only make things worse. I feel bad, but thankfully she doesn't take it out on me. I'll wait until she's feeling a little bit better. Okay. So it's a coin flip. Monica, are we gonna get to read your poem? Let's find out. Hi, Jennifer. Have you thought about what you wanted to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I don't know, Chief. I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. Whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. That's kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Sayori's poems have been getting more and more similar to each and every day. Even though I've literally been doing less than, like, getting it... I mean, granted, my first day I did horrible. I think I got, like, 14, 15 out of 20 for her. And then I did good-ish and got 19 out of 20 the next day. And then I went back down and I got 18 out of 20. So it's like... Yeah, there's one day where it got really close. And then technically there was another day where it differed again, I guess is the word. I don't know. Anyways, I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? Ah, I guess you could say that. Although we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing as much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together anyway. Or again, sorry. I see. That reminds me. About how Sayori's been a little off today. Yeah? Did she tell you something? Well... You haven't been flirting with her, have you? Of course not. I've been treating her like I always do. Alright. Just making sure. Hey, Dio, what's up? How you doing in this fine morning? I know how much you care about her. It would be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Sayori's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer. All meaning. All purpose. And all I was ever sought. And here I am. A feather. Lost adrift the sky. Victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Oh. Yeah. What the? Why did the grain? What the? Okay. That's. Sorry, everybody. So we did Sayori first. Then Natsuki. Yergi. Come on, let's get back to the spot. Okay. I'm gonna save right here, just in case it crashes again. Yeah, it just... Why? Oh my god. Just let me click out of the game. You bitch. Okay. Well, good thing I saved. Fucking hell. Alright, I apologize, Dad, but I can't talk to you into the chat, because otherwise it will fucking crash the game for some reason. I don't know. Anyways. So, yeah. I feel like learning and looking up for... Okay, hold up. Okay, you know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we all had the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. Seems like everyone in this club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's tip writing of the day. Or writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something that you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it, and the things that you can work on. It's much easier to encourage, it's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for the day. Thank you for listening. Oh, that one hurt. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't mean to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah. It seems that you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually just wasn't feeling too well, so she went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh? That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people? Guys, calm down. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine. You're watching in the class? I appreciate you, like, paying attention to me, like, in class, but, like, come on, my guy. Class is important. You got school. Gotta be learning. Gotta be studying them hard facts. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations. So, let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm gonna do. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them, in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. So Yuri will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri... Yuri, you can... Guys? Can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No! That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too? Jeez, even I can tell now. I used to never give Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri? You have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at the desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Epic? Wait, what's epic? By horrible voices? Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Jennifer. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend a whole weekend with one of the club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I can give you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Jennifer may not like to be around you if you only make her out to be a nuisance. So therefore, she may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Jennifer to... What are you saying? It would be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Jennifer to decide, how she'd like to contribute. Besides, she hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? Hey, Ethan, what's up? We're currently figuring out who to help out with the festival that's coming up and what we should be doing. So, what you may have missed thus far. Oh, that's good. What you may have missed thus far is Sari was feeling a bit down and all that stuff, so she decided to go home early. We didn't get to read her poem. Natsuki and Yuri supposedly wrote poems similar as with each other, about the same thing, but we didn't get to read Yuri's because she was too down on herself. Then we talked to Monica. Yeah, and now we're deciding on who does what for the festival. So, Natsuki, she's going to be baking cupcakes. Yuri is going to be doing decorations. And then Monica / Sayuri are going to be doing, pamphlets and stuff like that for, all that stuff. And then we've got to choose who to help. So I'm sure she's interested in... You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Jennifer, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with... Aight. Who we choosing? Who we helping? Because now that there are people here, I can make you decide. Sayori? I want to vote for Sayori. Do you agree, Ethan? It's weird. It feels weird calling you Try. You still alive there? Okay, guess no response. Let's go with Sayori. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I'd prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors and... But Monica said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Alright, who to choose now? Oh, you're all good, you're all good. Internet issues can be a pain. Natsuki? Do you agree, Ethan? I'll wait for a little bit longer just to compensate for the buffering. In the meantime, I'm gonna be jamming out to this sick-ass music. Natsuki as well? Alright, let's go. Tsundere Lale, let's go. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Don't worry. Baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Huh? Just a minute ago you were saying that... That's because... never mind, okay? Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it after all. Awkward silence? That's good. Even though Yuri's being melodramatic, it's a little hard to not feel bad. So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes! Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome. I don't really think that counts. I don't think that really counts. Oh, okay, whatever. What about you, Jennifer? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not be just that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do and then nobody offering to help? That doesn't mean... Natsuki glances back and forth between everybody with a worried expression. Look! Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri? You really are the most talented one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're gonna make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performance. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little bit more credit. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly. I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah! Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so... Fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? Huh? We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized you didn't have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Jeez, it's a good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You best not make it weird or anything. We're getting them digits, boys! So let's go! Get the digits of the youngest one here, yeah. Why would I do that? Oh, you can hear now? Let's go. We're getting them digits of the youngest one here, let's go. Natsu gave me her number. Okay. I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait. You're coming to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I'd be going to, like, your house? Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me. Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Why Sunday? Probably because they're baking cupcakes. So it's best to have them fresh because the festival is Monday. At least if I were to have a guess, that would be it. Because then, like, at max, they would be like a day old by the time the festival starts. Rather than, like, 2 days or something like that. I don't know. But yeah. I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just needed to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. You may go, little peasant. Why not bake at the school? My best guess is, even if there is like a baking club or like a home ec class, that class or club would probably be using it. So, I mean, like, do you go to school and just bake there on the regular? Not get baked, but like bake cupcakes and stuff. Because as far as I know, it's not really something you can do all that easily at school. Unless if you got like, if you bring it. Sometimes. Just summon cupcakes from the thin air and then they're fresh. Welcome to the chat, by the way. Alright. How you doing, Waffle God? Anyways, I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you better look forward to it. Oh? Didn't you say you were gonna give me, just give me the going to... Words. Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? There we go. Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everybody. You just woke up. Nice. Yeah, I'm doing now. I had like a panic attack earlier because like, so I woke up about like an hour before streaming. It's probably like the third time I'm saying this now on stream though. But and I wanted pancakes, so I go to IHOP, right? And so I wanted pancakes, but I get the strawberry banana 4-stack, but they gave me French toast instead. And I had a panic attack of, should I tell them that they got the wrong food or should I just eat it? And I nearly fucking broke down. If there isn't something that demonstrates my horrible anxiety, I don't know what does other than that. But you're in school. Are you baking cupcakes right now in school? Huh? That I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is. So, alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyways, I'll be heading out now. See you Sunday. Never mind. No, in math. Nice. Math? Okay. Do you like math? Because, I was always 50-50 on math. I didn't mind it, but my dyslexia made it fucking hard as hell. But, yikes, glad you handled it. Me handling it, quote unquote, was, staring down at it until they came back to my table and asked what was up, and okay, so my thought process was, I had been there before, I had got the French toast before, and, so, because, okay, otherwise, if I hadn't had the French toast before and knew that, okay, the French toast is good, but, one, it's not pancakes. Two, I didn't like it that good. It was good, but I didn't like it. If that makes any sense. But, so, I had that prior knowledge. So it was okay, I could tell them I got the wrong food, or I could just eat this. But I don't, and I know that, if I just have just this, I'm not gonna like it. So, I wanted my pancakes. So, yeah, I had to, I managed to tell them what was up. But, yeah. True. Well, my thing is it's rarely ever actually wrong. So, and even when it is, it's I actually rarely go into a restaurant or anything like that and sit down, because I usually just always go through the drive-thru. And so, if I get my order wrong through the drive-thru, it's because I won't know until I get home. So then it's I am not going to be the person that drives back up there and goes my order's wrong, unless if it's really messed up. I get it completely fucked. But yeah, I'm not that type of person. I work fast food. I don't like this type of people. I also just don't want to feel like I'm causing a problem. But yeah. And since COVID, they did get rid of it. Oh yeah, they threw it out. I'm guessing you mean the French toast that. Yeah. Yeah, they got rid of it. Because, I mean, I probably could have taken it home, but yeah. Didn't really feel like it. Yeah, the other day when these messed up my order. How do they mess it up twice? I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house Sunday? Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety will shoot through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, but who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. Ho 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 ho. What if she tries to hold her hand? They are dumbasses, that's how. I mean, fair enough. The thing at IHOP, it was I also talk, IRL, I talk real quiet. So I don't, it could have very easily been a thing where they just misheard me. Because there are strawberry banana, French toast there as well. So they may have, just heard the strawberry banana and then, not hear, the 4-stack that I had said. Or, heard that as, French toast somehow. Because I speak real quiet. Um, so I'm aware that like it could have also been on me, so I apologize and all that stuff. But like again, I'm not gonna be the person that's like, you got my order wrong. I'm not gonna be the Karen. French toast for pancakes. Yeah. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. This dense motherfucker. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. Bruh, how could you not tell? Sayori likes you, my guy. What the hell? I want to talk to the manager. Every character. Bruh, I could go on a fucking long ass tangent from all of like the people, like all the customers I've encountered working in like fast food and shit. Oh my god, like I could probably do the rest of like the 2 hours of my stream just talking about it. Like, shit's fucking crazy sometimes. Like, a quick story of like a stupid ass one. A customer tried to like they called up our store, pissed off, trying to get corporate's phone number because we forgot one like fork, like one plasticware out at like for their $50 order where they still had like another like 5 plastic like forks or whatever. This was and it was just like what? Like you not only came to the drive-through and got all that, we still gave you plasticware, technically what would be enough. We just didn't give you one extra, like, and you're wanting to call corporate on us? Like, okay, what the hell? I refuse to have to work food. I mean, for me, it's like, I feel somebody should work at least, like, say, 3 to 6 months at a, like, in a food, and like, fast food joint. Primarily just to, like, get that perspective. Because even if you aren't a dick already, like, you still get, it just sticks it in your mind to make sure that, like, don't be a dick. You're playing Doki Doki right now, too? Nice! What's up? Sorry, I had just gone on a little rant about Karens. And then fast food and, like, messed up orders and stuff like that. But, yeah. Where I'm at right now is, well, I don't know how far you're into it, so I don't know if I spoil anything. I'd prefer to work somewhere that I don't interact with a lot of people, although it's probably possible. I mean, the job I've got now, technically I'm interacting with a lot of people, but at the same time I'm not. I like what I'm doing now. And hopefully I can make streaming my job or whatever, but that'd be fucking dope. But you hate Doki Doki? Oh, come on. Where are you at it? Okay, I gotta get back to the game. I'll catch back up in a second. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. Yeah, I work at a warehouse now. So, it's pretty nice, because, like, I don't have to talk to anybody. So. Oh! Are you there? Okay. I gotta delete, because. Ah! How do I delete the message? We had non-spoiled people in there. Oh well. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. Oh wait, Ethan, did you already know? Because if so, then okay. But only since Oh yeah, that's how long it's been out. Yeah. Man, I was really looking forward to your reaction. Because we probably would have got to it this up, like, pretty soon. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other after each exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She's also really likes complaining about things, but kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club earlier the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Yeah. For me, my experience with this game up to this point was, I had first watched, I think, Jacksepticeye or Markiplier play it, like their playthrough, and then from there, I found other people I liked to play, and then what I did is, like, annually or near like twice a year, I'd watch like a handful of like YouTubers that I liked. I just like rewatched their playthrough of it. um so it was just uh yeah, and then I'd watch that basically every year until I finally got to play it. Just like by that point I had already known everything that happens. um and so I was just like excited to just say I finally played it myself. After this, you should play exit music. What's that? I decided to visit Sayori before Natsu comes over. It's a mod? Is it for Doki Doki? Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Oh, cool. Yeah, well, the Purist mod, I don't know if you know how much you know about it, but like, it's got, I think, 11 or 12 hours of like extra content for the game. And so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm this right now is still just the base game, Ethan, or anybody else watching that doesn't know, but um, yeah, no, like, and even then, like, think like the base game, you can do it like it's like 6 hours, like 5 or 6 hours, like minimum. It all depends on a certain area on how long you stay there. Uh, yeah, no, I've played a lot of DDLC mods. Oh, nice. This is my first time playing it, so I'm not sure if I'm doing it correctly for the Purist mod, because I just started a new game, and I'm assuming at some point, like, it kicks into, like, it deviates. I assume. I don't really remember. I downloaded this, like, mid last year, so you are right now. Oh yeah, I know I'm playing it right now. I just don't know like when it stops being the base game and goes into like what was added, if that makes any sense. I'm assuming it's after Act 1 or 2. Okay. I'll stop blabbering. I'll get on with the gameplay. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. But, how do you get so many people in your stream tags? What do you mean? The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange for her to not run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Jennifer. I sit down. Oh, there we go. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? talk about the taxes. Oh, bye, Dyer. Have a good day at school. Stay at school. You talk about the tags that say horror, English, adventure game, etc. Wait, what about the tags? I'm confused. Wait until you explain that to me. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Ah, yes, the single wall decoration of a calendar. Although, to be fair, having a giant stuffed animal like that'd be pretty dope. It's got a little house, big little plants too. That looks like a pretty, cozy room. Just, yeah. If you came over more often, then it wouldn't really be such a mess. This is a mess? I'm sorry, but what? How? So you've got a shirt on your chair, and what seems like jeans on your shelf, and paper down there, but that's it. How is that a mess? I know, right? It's like you're not allowed to have paper on your floor. What? That's because I ended up cleaning it up for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know about that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah. True. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you're doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide that from me. I know you too well. So, she smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Jennifer. Huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings. Back with the audio off. Well, you can't hear me, but welcome back. And I sadly can't type into my chat, otherwise the game will crash for some reason. If I click out of it. If I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But it's just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Amazing. Yeah, I know, right? Sayori! I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Ah. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in the trap, Jennifer. But you're wrong. Nothing's happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Jennifer? I guess I have no choice at this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy into caring to waste by having like them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me. It's too fucking relatable. Fucking hell. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Eh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Oh, fuck. I forget how bad his wording here is. It's like you don't say something like that. I mean, I'm not the best with handling this shit anymore either. But when it comes to friends, like, I'm definitely not good with it anymore. But still, I don't know. I guess my methods are fucked up in themselves, but anyways, because if I knew, I wouldn't have done everything I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried at least a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Jennifer. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing things important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it just feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided that the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Jennifer. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be how it was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you come here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Jennifer. Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Jennifer. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing right next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Jennifer. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know what if I'm doing. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away, and if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Jennifer. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. That's just really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. You dumbass motherfucker. Now, this is when you do cancel on your other friend and be like, hey, yo, so-and-so's not feeling too good. I gotta make sure they're okay. So, like, I'm sorry, but, like, can reschedule or, like, can you do the thing on your own? But, yeah. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. Ah, see? Right idea. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuka to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? Ah. It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry about it too much. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. Jennifer, wait. Just as I'm about to leave, she calls out to me. Her voice shows how conflicted she is. Please don't go. I'm so scared. I don't want things to change. I don't want to lose you, but I don't want you to be a part of this. I don't want to waste your time. Sayori. I look her in the eyes and smile to reassure her that I'm here to stay. Even if my brain needs time to realize that Sayori, my closest friend, has been keeping something like this from me all these years, I know that is no reason to shut myself in my room. Maybe if I stay with her for a while, I can process the information better. You don't need to worry. Let's just take things slow. Jennifer? I don't know how to react. I don't know much about depression, but I do know you're my best friend. What kind of lousy friend would I be if I left you now? Okay, here's where the mod starts. I can recognize it, because, oh, this is dope. Oh, okay, let's go. Also, real fast, be real. If my voice acting real fast hits you in the gut, tell me. Who out there is about to cry? Sayori casts her eyes downward and looks back up at me with a brave face. I can see that she's trying to hold back her tears. I then instinctively wrap my arms around her. I feel her warmth as she starts crying into my chest. For some unknown reason, I feel like I need to suppress the urge to cry myself. I stay strong for her sake, but if I'm honest, I'm more than a little scared. 10 minutes later, Sayori is still crying into my chest. She hasn't said a single word. Why are you crying? I should have stayed quiet. Now things are gonna be different between us forever. The struggle in her mind is written all over her face. I realize I can't leave her like this, even if I don't know what to do. If nothing else, at least I can act as a shoulder for her to cry on. I don't know, but I think you're wrong. Wrong? Even if I knew you were depressed, I would still be friends with you. But why? I don't know the answer myself. I just blurted out my statement out without thinking. For a few more minutes, we simply stand there, locked in an embrace, neither of us saying a word. The only thing we can hear are our own breaths, and at times, I think I can even hear somebody's heartbeat. I can't say for sure whether it's mine or Sayori's. Hundreds of thoughts rush through my head as I try to fully grasp the situation. Do you trust me, Sayori? She slowly nods. You're my best friend. I trust you more than anyone. Still, I don't know why. I only get more scared when I think about the fact that you mean so much to me. I stroke her hair. You're my best friend too. I won't give up on you, ever. Even if I'm confused, I know these words are genuine. I'm sorry for being such a mess. Don't apologize for it. Things are going to get better from now on. Huh? I want to help you, Sayori. Sayori suddenly turns to me. Jennifer, no! Please don't waste your time and energy on me. But Sayori, I smile confidently and look deep into her eyes. I don't consider being with you a waste of time. Never did. Never will. But why? We've been friends our whole lives. This isn't something I'll just let you go through alone. Despite my words, Sayori's expression doesn't seem to change. She sighs. You can't help me. You don't understand. Depression isn't just the same as being sad. Maybe I can, maybe I can't, but I want to try. My words seem to reach her. I see her lips move in search of a counter-argument. I realize this is my chance. Before she can retort, I go in for the decisive blow. You're right, I know nothing about depression. I don't know what's best for you, and that scares me. But that's no reason for me to give up on you. Just trust me, okay? Sayori looks at me, almost like she wants to find a piece of doubt in me. Then, suddenly, a ghost of a smile appears on her face. Oh, I like that line. Okay. A fraction of the smile that I know and love returns to Sayori's face. From now on, we'll do this together. Even if I know nothing about depression, I promised myself I will help Sayori. She's always been there for me whenever I was sad, never showing how damaged she really is up until now. Even if I lack knowledge, I'm determined to help her. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah? Just then, an idea hits me. How about we prepare for it together? I want to prepare for it together with you. I want that too. But I don't want to be selfish. It's not selfish if both of us want it. Even if I'm too embarrassed to admit it, I genuinely want to spend more time with her. Even if it's just a way to cope with what she's told me. It's almost like I think I can process the information better if I assure myself that things are still mostly the same as they were before. She's still my best friend, my only friend. That hasn't changed. I don't think that'll ever change. Ironically enough, now that I know she's depressed, I want to spend more time with her than ever. Alright. You have a point, but didn't you have other plans? I shake my head. No? And even if I did, I'm sure the others would understand. Besides, I feel like I have to be here for her right now. I try my best attempt at giving her a reassuring smile. Though with my current mindset, it probably makes me look like some monster taken out of a horror novel. Let's do this like we've always have, Sayori. Alright. Even if she still looks upset, I feel as if she's calmed down, even just a little bit. Maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe it's just me feeling relieved that she doesn't ask me to leave. We work together on her poem until late in the evening, while she's busy writing. While she's busy writing, I quickly slip out to send Monica a text explaining that we have to change some of the plans. She quickly replies that she understands the situation and will take care of the rest. Over the course of the evening, I see occasional flashes of Sayori's old personality, but I don't know if they're genuine or her trying to put up a facade for my sake. Finally, we worked ourselves to exhaustion, and it's only when both of our stomachs rumbled that I realized how many hours we spent writing her poem. I decided to make her some dinner, despite her complaints. This is delicious, Jennifer. I haven't eaten food this good in forever. I'm glad you like it. I tried my best. As I made dinner for her, I noticed how almost all the food she had was either fast food or instant noodles. Yeah, although I haven't had instant noodles in a while. But probably just like cereal would be fast food and cereal for me. Come to think of it, this is something I've always noticed her serve me when I visited her in the past. Now I understand it was likely because of her depression. She's probably not able to try to learn new dishes. Regardless, Sayori enjoys my food, wolfing it down. I almost worry it'll get stuck in her throat. Jennifer, are you feeling alright? Sayori notices I haven't been touching my plate despite my hunger. In a desperate attempt to cover up my concern for her, I fake a yawn. Yeah, I'm fine. I guess I'm just tired. If you want to, you can go home. I can finish the poem myself. No, I'm staying. It's fun being with you. Fun? She laughs bitterly. I enjoy this, just sitting down and writing poems with you. It's kind of fun, don't you think? Thanks for the compliment. We eat in silence, and I realized how much I value those days when there was no drama between us. I regret not spending more time with her over the last few years. Maybe if I did, things wouldn't have turned out this way. Maybe I could have done something to help her, if only I'd picked up on the signs. How could I not notice how often she was late to school? Or how often she wore the same clothes for weeks? Or how she always let others make decisions for her? Don't blame yourself. I throw her a confused gaze. It's written all over your face. You probably blame yourself for not being there for me, right? Am I that easy to read? She smiles. It's not like you could have done anything. I shake my head. I don't want to believe that. Even if it's true, then you can't seriously think this'll end well if you try to deal with it alone. Ah, fuck. Sayori's left speechless from my remark. Depression or not, I still care about you. You're one of the few people I can say for sure I trust. I don't deserve this. What are you talking about? Of course you do. Everyone deserves someone who cares about them. That's not what I meant. I don't deserve to be cared about. To have someone who wastes their efforts on me. I don't want to be a burden. Fuck hiccups. I don't want to be a burden to anyone, least of all you. Sayori, you were never a burden to me and you won't be. But you asked why you should make friends when you realize how worthless you are. But aren't we friends? Yeah? When you call yourself worthless, how do you think I feel? Of course it makes you feel bad, which is why I never talked about it. But if you're miserable, and I want to help you get out of said misery, then I'm technically doing it for myself and not you. Aha, reverse psychology. Yes, but what are you getting at here? If anything bad were to happen to you, I wouldn't be able to recover. I don't want you to be indebted to me. I want to help you because it would also help me. would do that for me? Why? Because you're worth a lot to me, Sayori. You want me to be you want me to be happy, and I want you to be happy. I don't know what would make you happy or what would make you realize how much you're worth, but to me and to others, or both to me and to others, but I know what would make me happy. What what would that what could that be? Is to spend more time with you and make you smile. So she looks shocked. God damn, can I speak? You've always made me feel happy. Because you've never accepted me. Oh, you've always accepted me with open arms. How the hell did I get never from that? Plus, fuck. Plus, you're the only girl who I can call my friend. And I'm glad to be able to say that. What I'm saying is that I don't want to lose you. I want to help you. That'll make me happy. Jennifer, thank you. I'm lucky to have a friend like you. It feels good to know someone cares about and appreciates me. You're the one who makes me feel that way each day. Even though she smiles and her cheeks redden, I feel an awkward silence falling over the room. It's late. I think we should call it a day. I feel very tired and I need to think. She throws a reassuring smile at me. Don't worry about me though. I won't give up. Even if it's just for your sake. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh. Fuck. I love this so much. But that goodbye right there. Oh my god, my anxiety. I would not. I fucking hate goodbyes, and this is the exact reason. Is the anxiety of having had friends that were like this. I was kind of in the same boat too, but like I was the friend where I tried to help them out. And I'd make sure they stay up until they just had to go to sleep. But there'd be some times where they just say good night and they'd not wake up. But I hope this goes good. I'm so excited for this mod, but like, God, just like the anxiety right now of just this. We say goodbye for the day. Just before I leave, I hear her whisper something inaudible behind my back. Oh. That night, I find myself unable to fall asleep for a long time, yeah. My brain keeps replaying our conversation. Did I really do anything to help her? Tomorrow is the day of the festival. Sayori will probably feel awkward after our conversation. I should go up and check on her as soon as I wake up. After all, that's what she would do for me if she was in my position. At long last, I feel my eyelids getting heavy. The last thing I see before falling asleep is a memory of Sayori smiling at me. I refuse to believe that her smile was fake all this time. Oh. God. Is anybody still there? Cause fuck. How are y'all holding up? Y'all doing okay? Oh god, that section was just too fucking real for. Oh my god, that was really well written. Oh. Fucking hell. How you liking this so far, Ethan? Curious. Yeah. I don't think I know too much about how Maddie be doing, but yeah, I've not only have I been in that situation, but I've also been in the situation of the main character where it's like I've had friends like that, as I said earlier, and it's just fuck. I honestly think that was like one of the big reasons why my sleep schedule is so fucked nowadays. Is just staying up and making sure they fall asleep before I do. But it's like, it's also the reason I fucking hate goodbyes. It's also the fucking reason I, like, if I'm talking to somebody, whether it be on the phone call or through text, I hate fucking falling asleep. Because no matter what, doesn't matter who the fuck I'm talking to nowadays. If I'm like messaging you and I fall asleep, and I wake up in a cold sweat, just panicked. But, ugh. God damn it. I knew this shit was good, but fuck, I hadn't ever seen any videos on it, so I was like, if the rest of the writing for this shit is that good, I am so excited. I'm so excited. Anyways, the show must go on. It's the day of the festival, after all. Of all the days, I expected this to be something I could be excited for. However, I barely slept last night for many reasons other than excitement. With what we had talked about yesterday in my mind, I take out my phone and call Sayori. Fuck you, hiccups. I take out my phone and call Sayori's number, but she isn't answering. Oh, fuck. Hitting me with even this. This. Oh. God. A sudden fear takes over me. What if she... But before I can finish my thoughts, the phone rings. Fuck. Oh. I try to answer, but my palms are sweaty from the sudden surge of stress. So I drop my phone on the ground. I see she's calling me. I quickly dive down to the ground and swipe my finger across the screen to answer. Yeah. Jennifer? Her voice is unnaturally hoarse. I either woke her up or she didn't sleep at all and has been up all night. I decide to indirectly ask her. Sorry, did I wake you up? No, I've been up for a while. Her voice takes on an unnaturally cheery tone. Something's not right here. Don't worry about me. Her laugh sounds forced. Something is clearly wrong here. Sayori? What? A sudden fear grips. Fuck. God. I love, but I hate good writing. Because it's so easy to fuck something up like this. Oh, but like... It's because how simply well done it is that it just... And it's just true to life. Fucking... I realize I have to distract her somehow before things get out of control. She clearly sounds upset, and from how tired she sounds, I assumed she didn't sleep at all. There's no knowing what she'll do to herself if I hang up on her like this. I called because I wanted to meet up before the festival. We always go to school together, so how about I come over and make you breakfast? She says nothing, but I hear her sigh on the other end. I promised we'd go to the festival together. Is this because of what I told you yesterday? Is that why you're suddenly acting this way? My hand fucking hurts. God. Oh, breathe. Fuck. How you holding up, Ethan? Distract me. Cause fuck. Good, just chilling. That's good, that's good. Oh, I need to keep myself under control here and actually keep playing. Oh, no, that's not it. I want to spend time with you, like, with you before the festival. I mean, I woke up so early, there isn't much for me to do to pass the time. Except maybe watch anime. You told me you didn't want me to turn into a NEET, didn't you? She laughs bitterly at the other end of the phone. You're right. You're absolutely right. And since you're my only friend, I guess I have nobody else to socialize with. It's either you or the anime. I get what you mean. She pauses and I hear the sound of a door opening, followed by a thud of something heavy hitting the ground, closing the door. Ethan, I just want you to know that was the noose. Because I guess you've already been spoiled, but there's a part where, like, how she dies is she hangs herself. So, yeah. Yeah. And, at a certain point, there's a potential that you can learn, like, how, like, what goes on when that happens. Because, I mean, fuck it. My channel's not safe for work anyway, so it's like, it's probably good for me to go into it, because it's, when you hang yourself, or when you get hung, what kills you is, like, the drop that snaps your neck when you get caught from the rope. But given how she did it with such a low fall, it doesn't do that, so she just strangles. And, like, you can literally see, like, when you walk in on it, her hands are bloody because the survival instinct of trying to get free, of, like, I've experienced this myself, where when you're just suffocating in that way, or in whatever way you're trying to do that to yourself, the survival instinct to survive kicks in, even if you don't want it to. And in her case, she was, like, clawing at, like, the rope or whatever, and, like, so hard that, like, and just struggling, and, like, yeah, until she goes. You learn, like, there's a part in the base game where, like, later on, like, if you're in a certain spot long enough, you could potentially find that out, but it makes sense because yeah. And again, it's like that simple thing of just true to life, and it just hits, especially if you fucking experienced it like I have. But yeah, I won't go too much in detail for mine, but same basic premises. Alright, when can you come over? I'm on my way now. Okay, I'll go get ready for the day. I'll leave the door unlocked for you. I hang up and run out the door as fast as my legs can take me. I don't even care about closing my door or to bother looking at the road. My heart threatening to smash my chest, I make a beeline for our house and I feel black dots clouding my vision by the time I arrive. Panting heavily, I opened the door. She really did leave it unlocked. As soon as I entered, I heard the sound of the shower running. Remembering the sounds I heard just before the call ended, I rushed up to her room. I watched too much anime to know where this could potentially lead. However, I don't care. I think back. I heard the sound of the door opening. Judging by the sound I heard afterwards, it had to be a room with a wooden door. That would mean I mentally asked her to forgive me for before opening her closet and run my hands down the mountain of unorganized clothes. Perhaps the sound was just my imagination. For a few minutes, I feel nothing as I dig deeper and deeper into the pile. I'm about to give up, but when my hands suddenly feel something hard and uneven underneath them. I dig it up, my eyes widen as I find myself holding a long, tight rope. Oh, so they do talk about it in this as well. Well, there you go. If you didn't believe me. Did you mean to? Before I can even finish my own thoughts, I take the rope in both hands and dash across the room before throwing the rope out through the open window. Just as I think it's over, though, the sound of running water suddenly stops. I realize I'm screwed if Sayori finds me loitering about in her room. I quickly cover up my deed and rush out of the room. I then begin preparing breakfast for the two of us, while silently promising myself... Okay, I gotta turn up this music. It's pretty good. I don't know if you can hear it right now, but... the game and this music I just love. And... this sounds like a new track? I'm not sure. But... while silently promising myself that I'll make sure today is going to be enjoyable for her. Jeez, took you long enough. We were honestly getting worried you'd never show up. Alright, it looks like everyone's finally here. It seems like the two of us were the last ones to arrive. Thankfully enough, the actual event hasn't started yet. Sorry, I kind of forgot to write my poem during the weekend. Well, is it ready now? Oh, come on, Sayori. Will you at least try to take this seriously? Sayori cast her eyes downward. This looks bad. Natsuki doesn't know the reason why Sayori was unable to write. I did promise Sayori to keep her condition a secret. I cast a quick glance towards Sayori, whose smile is slowly fading. At this rate, she might start crying. Worst case scenario, her secret might be revealed. On the other hand, I know Sayori is strong enough to endure it. I might make them suspicious if I suddenly act out of character. To speak up or have faith in Sayori's resilience and remain silent? What should I do? Aight. I'ma make y'all choose what to do. Stay silent and trust Sayori that she can handle it. Or put it on us. It's my fault, really. I already know which one I would go with, but... Come on, what y'all gonna do? I guess silent? What about you, Waffle God? Come on, don't be shy. He's... Alright. I choose to view the confrontation in silence. I have faith in Sayuri. I know she can handle this. Well, here, you give me all those speeches about how to be passionate about this, but then you don't even care about enough to write a poem? Sayuri closes her eyes and takes a deep, forced breath. Well, Sayuri seems to have completely frozen up. I decide to step in. If I hadn't forgotten to write a poem, she wouldn't have had to spend so much time helping me write mine. This isn't Sayuri's fault at all. You're both so... I mean, personally, I would have gone with the, no, it's my fault, because then... it just takes it off of her. Because, like, right now, she is not in a good spot mentally. So, it would not be... Like, yes, it's nice to be able to trust in her. But, after literally what just happened, like, she literally just threw down a rope. Right? So, she was pretty close already. So, it's not, like... At least for me personally, I would have been like, nah, I'll take the fall here. But... I'm aware that's me, but at the same time, in this situation, yeah. But it can also backfire too, but either way, it can backfire. It's definitely a tricky avenue. But, come now, Natsuki. She did write a poem this morning, so she still took responsibility. Well, duh. How do you think it'd make us look if she didn't contribute? Chose the silence not to be suspicious. Yeah, I mean, I can see that, but, like... Like, how suspicious would it be? It's, like... At least, like... Okay, how I view it right now is... We've basically been doing her route this whole time. So, we've been spending a lot of time with her. They all already know how close we are. So, like, me stepping in for that doesn't seem too bad. So, at least that's how I view it. But, it's just making it hard. Yeah. I feel that. I keep a trusty quarter next to me up on my desk to flip a coin if I ever need to, if it's a too hard decision for me. But now that I got people to do the decisions making for me, it's not too bad. Anyways. Well, duh. How do you think it'd make us... Oh, I already did that. Now, please don't fight. I'm sorry, everyone. I'll try to make this more... I'll try to take this more seriously in the future. Natsuki turns her heel and leaves while muttering something inaudible. Anyway, may I see the poem? Oh, yes, of course. Here you go. I tend to make better decisions when there is 3 options or more. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. For me, it's like, the more options, the harder it is. Because I'm an indecisive little fuck. Well, depending on the situation, I guess. But, yeah. She hands Monica the envelope containing the poem. You two writing a poem together? Aren't you too cute? Same. Exactly. That is like... Then you also try to, like... With more decisions, it's like... Okay. Given how this has been going, how do I think they would react to this? How do they react to this one? How do they react to this one? What's the possibility of this one? All that stuff. One best option, good option, bad option, worst option. Yeah, but how do you know? Because if you're able to tell that easily, then less options should be better, right? If you can easily tell which one's the good option, you know? Or is it just like the comparison, like able to like compare it to like the other options to see which one's the better one? You got more material to like cross-reference against each other. But what? I noticed Sayori's cheeks taking on a rosy sheen. What's odd, however, is that for some reason my face feels very hot. For a few seconds, I feel slightly lightheaded. We're not, Why would you say that? Hey, I know more than you think. Having said that, Monica opens the envelope and leaves us alone. I don't even need to look in Sayori's direction to know she's looking at me. I turn my head and our eyes meet. Sorry, I don't know where Monica got the idea from. We'd be kinda cute together though, don't you think? Even though I say it as a joke, my words make me feel weird. Sayori laughs nervously and I feel oddly disheartened. And that's why I promise I'll stop joking around for the rest of the day. No, I appreciate it. She sighs and sits down on an empty table. The fact that you even joke about it is funny. I sit down next to her and take her left hand. Take her left hand into my right hand. Lewd! How dare you? You're at school! That's too lewd. What the fuck? Back off, my guy. How many of y'all are just like, what the fuck? Her hand is small, warm, and clammy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that, Sayori. If the joke was a joke for any reason, it was the idea of me ever finding a girlfriend is downright hilarious. Same. Not the hand holding. I thought this was a safe word. Hey, let's go. You would think so, wouldn't you? But this ain't no Higurashi. Don't say that. I'm sure you'd find an amazing girl who would love you one day. Unless you become a NEET, that is. I promise once things settle down, I'll help you find someone. I want you to be happy. You deserve it so much. You also deserve happiness, Sayori. She smiles a sad smile. The others will get suspicious if we just sit around here. Let's go and be useful to them so they leave us alone. Okay. Fuck hiccups. I let go of her hand and we join the others in a preparation for the festival event. Fuck hiccups! As I work on hanging up the decorations, I can't help but notice I'm strangely distracted. I don't know why, but I can't shake off this feeling of uncertainty that has taken over me. Even so, I know I don't have time to think about it too much right now. Before I know it, it's time for the festival. It seems like we have attracted quite a crowd. I notice I'm slightly anxious as I step up and stand next to Sayori. I throw a quick look at her face and see a nervous yet gentle smile. The whole room is silent, with the exception of a few whispers from the audience. Before long, Monica's voice breaks the silence. Okay, everyone, it's time to read poems. We'll start by having the members of our literature club read their wonderful selections first. She turns to Sayori. If you wouldn't mind, would you go first, Sayori? Right. I'll try my best. Give a warm applause to the vice president of our club. God, good thing I'm not Monica. I'd be fucking up the entire presentation. As soon as the applause ends, Sayori steps up to the podium and reads her poem aloud. The poem she chooses is one I've never heard before, or read before. Light Lily, someplace far away, in a wasteland where no man has gone before, in a land where rain and sun's conflict lie at the core, in a land ruled by the rainbows, a gentle white lily grows. Or a single white lily grows, selfishly dreaming to spread joy, even if it meant her devastation. A small price to pay. When the Mr. Sun visits her, she opens her petals and smiles at the cheery day. When Mr. Raincloud comes to play, she closes her petals. Wishing she could be several miles away, even if Raincloud tempts her and wants her to be her friend, his false kindness only makes her rattled. The lily wants no temptation. What she dreams is a peaceful end. Once a rainbow took the shape of a dark-robed man. As he brandished his scythe, he heard the lily's sobs. To pluck the lily and end her was his plan, yet he couldn't bear the weight of stopping her heartthrobs. And so he sat with her, hearing her story out, sweet words of comfort escaping his mouth. That's pretty aight. Though she starts off slow due to her anxiety, she quickly becomes more and more confident as the poem goes on. Once she's done, she bows gracefully as a few members of the audience clap. Get out of here. Alright. Yep. That. This is bad. Sayori's performance was excellent, yet she doesn't receive enough recognition from the crowd. Oh! Do we yell bravo or clap louder than the others? Bravo. Alright, one for bravo. Don't forget, I can always do a coin flip as well to break the tie. Oh, bravo as well? Alright. I jump up and whistle before yelling, bravo! At the top of my lungs. I can't fucking whistle right now, what the fuck? Hold on, let me take a drink. Ah, now I can't. Well, fuck. Bravo! How about that? This seems to catch the crowd's attention. Though it might have just been because they're staring at the guy who's making fun and make himself look like a fool. As I start clapping, the other members of the literature club begin clapping harder as well. Give her a warm applause, everyone! The crowd eventually gives into a peer pressure and starts clapping louder and louder. Ha 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 ha! That's how it works, baby! Ah! I get comfy in my chair. Oh, fucking... The downside of wrapping yourself up in a blanket is like sometimes you wrap yourself too tight in a burrito, like your legs, and it's like you try to rearrange your sitting position, and it's just like, nah, your legs don't move because like they can't. Sayori blushes slightly and steps down to the sound of the crowd cheering. Even if she says nothing, I can tell she is feeling grateful for me stepping in. Thank you for that great poem, Sayori. Next up is... Before Monica can finish, Yuri runs up to the podium, tightly clutching her poem, and avoiding eye contact with the audience. She then reads her poem aloud. Yuri's performance was splendid. It showed me a side of her that I've never seen before. No sooner than had she started reading a poem that her voice became filled with confidence, like she owned the room. She was met with an even louder cheers than Sayori's performance did. Soon after, she was followed by Monica and Natsuki. Even before they started reading, it was clear Monica was the highlight of the show. She was met with deafening cheers even before she read her poem, which turned out to be an amazing piece of work. Finally, it was my turn. As the only guy in the literature club, I feel pressure to put on a good show. It's only when I look out at the crowd and notice most of the audience are guys from my year. They look at me like I'm a weirdo. Sup? I hear a few guys from my class whispering amongst themselves. I know the rumors will be inevitable. Parts of me wants to just step down and leave. It would be less of an embarrassment to me if I did. However, just as I start hesitating, I hear a girl's voice cheering me on. I look down and see Sayori smiling at me. You can do this, Jennifer. I believe in you. I have to do this. For her. I have to put on a good performance. Not to please them, but to make her happy. I take a deep breath to swallow my anxiety, and I read the poem. Okay, let's go. It's of questionable quality compared to the rest, and I'm met with the coldest reception of the entire club. Barely anyone applauds me, and I hear one or two guys booing me. They tell me to stop writing since my poem is terrible. Even though I'm used to being treated like a joke by my classmates, hearing them insult me like this hurts me a little more than usual. Give him a warm round of applause, everyone. He did great. Not even Monica convinced the crowd to give me as much as a single clap in my direction. Oof, can we get F's in the chat? I've always wanted to say that. And like it actually be for a chat. Just then, I hear someone clapping loudly. I turn my head to see Sayori. Sayori? You did great, Jennifer. I'm so proud of you. Ah. My wires. What is she doing? Sayori turns around to face the crowd. If not for Jennifer, I wouldn't have been able to read my poem. It had never been finished. Jennifer is a great person and friend. She chose to help me with my poem, even if it admits hers would have glaring flaws. Fuck. Trying to correct the pronouns mid-thing is, like, weird. Sayori beams at me a bright smile before facing the crowd again. So please, give her credit where credit is due. I hear the crowd muttering amongst themselves again. Before I know it, a few of them start clapping. After a few seconds, the whole audience, with the exception of a few people, applaud me. I look at Sayori, who blushes slightly. Huh. BRB. Bye-bye. See you in a bit. What is this that I feel? It's like my entire body is heating up to painful levels. I can't take this. I feel more embarrassed than I've ever been in my life. I need to get out of here. Before anyone can stop me, I take my awful poem and dash out of the room. My performance was a complete disaster. I don't remember the last time I was this embarrassed in my entire life. I made a fool of myself, the literature club, and messed up in front of Sayori. This sucks. I feel like punching the wall in frustration. Of all the days when I wanted to impress her, of all the days when I didn't want to look like a big dork in front of Sayori, of course I had to mess up today. On top of that, my classmates saw me screw up. I'm sure this is going to have some consequences for me. I start walking aimlessly down the corridor, keeping my head low and my hands in my pockets. The pleasant smell of various food stands invades my nostrils. But I don't feel tempted to stop and check them out. I just want to get out of here. Go home and forget about screwing up like this. My phone vibrates as I walk. For a second I stop to check it and see that Sayori sent me a message. Damn it. She's probably panicking right about now, but I feel I can't go back. What's up, Dyer? When you had said soon that the Purist mod would start, I didn't think it was that soon. But I'm enjoying it so far. Like the beginning of it. Oh. Oof. Everyone will just point and laugh at me. I put the phone back in my pocket and start walking faster than before. Just then, I hear the sound of someone running behind me. I don't care to look over my shoulder and start running as well. I soon see the door to the schoolyard in front of me. At this rate, I'll... Ow! Crash into the sign of one of the food stands and collapse on the floor like a downed tree. Great. Just great. As I slowly open my eyes, I look up to see the faces of several second-year students. I can tell they're trying really hard to suppress their laughter. Suddenly, one of them leaps out of the way and I see a familiar face looking down at me with a concerned look on her face. Sayori. Jennifer, are you right? That looked like it really hurt. She reaches out to me. I take her hand and get up. I then glance at the small crowd of students who had gathered around me. Show's over, let me through. The crowd slightly disperses while I hear them muttering something about me being a clumsy idiot. Still feeling a little dizzy, I look over at Sayori. You ran too fast. I tried to warn you to not run like that. Her voice is filled with genuine concern. It makes me feel guilty I had made her worry like that. I'm sorry if I had been a little louder, then maybe you wouldn't have crashed like that. No, I'm sorry for running away from the event like that. I'm sure the others must be furious with me, especially Natsuki. Before I know it, she wraps her arms around me and hugs me tightly. Don't worry about it. I'm sure they understand that. Before she continues, some female students that passed us by wolf whistle at us, calling us a dorky couple. What? We break apart and I feel my chest redden from embarrassment. Her cheeks. I feel tempted to correct them that we're not a couple, but I know that I'd only make things worse. Let's ditch these guys. My head hurts. Alright. The cheery voice that I've known all these years returns. Oh, I know a great place where they won't disturb us. I try to walk, but it feels like the whole room is spinning. As a result, I'm forced to lean on her for support as she leads the way to the schoolyard. Sayori leads me to a bench located in a remote part of the schoolyard. I look around and notice there are very few students present. As soon as I sit down, Sayori runs her fingers along my forehead to look for bruises. I'm fine, Sayori. Don't worry about me. You know I'll always worry. Anyway, it doesn't look like you've hurt yourself too bad. She breathes a sigh of relief and sits down next to me. I feel her staring at me, and I soon turn my eyes towards her, gazing into her eyes. Neither of us speak a word for a while. All I can hear is the chatter of students and the rustle of the leaves in the wind. Too many thoughts run through my head. Soon enough, Sayori becomes self-conscious from my gaze and looks down, blushing lightly. I respond by looking down as well. Sorry. About what? I don't know, I guess I made you uncomfortable? No, I'm playing the Purist mod. And also, welcome to the stream. Jeff C. Groves? Yeah, no problem. So, it basically has just kicked in. I played through the base game and got to this point. It's been pretty fun. My name's Jeff. Well, nice to meet you. I don't know, I guess I made you uncomfortable. Don't worry about it. I think it's fun spending time with you. Sayori smiles fade all of a sudden. I wish things would go back to how they were before. Before I realize what I'm doing, I put my left arm around her shoulder. An awkward tension arises between us, but Sayori doesn't push me away. Instead, I see a weak, hollow smirk forming on her lips. I don't want that. Sayori looks at me again, saying nothing. We can never go back to how things were before, but we can make new, happy memories together. As long as we stick together, we'll find a way. Sayori tries to say something, but shakes her head and sighs. Then all of a sudden, she starts laughing. I sigh. Jennifer, that's my name. So, and it didn't let me change the name before I started streaming because I played the base game by myself, and then because I had I had basically watched loads of people play it for years before I played it. So I just wanted to play through it myself and then played the Purist mod. So okay, just read your panels. I mean, I'm reading out the characters? I don't know. I'm trying terribly at voices, but yeah. Oh, come on. What I'm saying isn't that ridiculous. She shakes her head. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just seeing you so optimistic and trying to cheer me up. It feels so surreal. Oh, panels, but... Oh, I forgot about those. I'm just looking at the chat through the Streamlabs, so I forgot about those. What's my opinion on school? I mean, I fucking hated it. Oh, come on. Am I usually that negative? She chuckles again. Thank you, Jennifer. You somehow know how to make me feel appreciated. Ditto, Sayori. I have not heard that for fucking ever. What the hell? Oh. Hey, thank you for the follow. First blind playthroughs of the original game, but will lurk for a bit. This seems sort of interesting. Oh, well, thank you. I hope you find it at least entertaining in some way. Her laughter dies down and her face takes a serious look. I notice her moving a little closer to me. Sayori? Yeah? Do you trust me? I do? Good. Because I want you to trust me that I want to help you. I spent a lot of time thinking last night. I pull her a little closer. She doesn't resist. I want you to be happy. Yeah, I feel that. Like, I had originally downloaded the Purist mod like midsummer last year. I'm just now finally getting around to it, so yeah. and Doki Doki is like a game I fucking love so much. Like, again, I would like annually rewatch like a handful of my favorite YouTubers play the game every year. So, and it's taken me this long to get through it. So, or get to it, I guess. But so yeah, I feel that. Please, I'm not done. I take a deep breath and gather my courage. She needs to know. I don't want you to deal with this alone, but that's not only my reason, or that's not my only reason. I want to spend more time with you. Twitch is the best career choice. I mean, I'm technically doing Twitch and YouTube because I just post my VODs to YouTube as well. So basically, I'm doing both, just without the full YouTuber commitment of having like full on like edit videos and shit. Because I don't have the brain for that. The original game is awesome. I don't have options on the mods yet. Opinion on the mods yet. Yeah, the original game I love. Like, it's just so good. As far as I know, the Purist mod was like the only mod I had seen anything at all about. So it was the one I went with, and there's like, from what I know, like 11 or 12 plus hours of new content on there. So I guess, I mean, I guess I've been streaming for like technically a few months by now, but I ended up taking a couple month break back in October to like basically yesterday because it was just like I ended up losing my dog, so it fucking wiped me for so long. But so yeah, I'm finally back. My New Year's resolution is to stream twice a day, to take this more seriously, to try and all that stuff. So theoretically, 4 people here. Yeah, me and the 3 people watching. So, I mean, so far I like it, but can I ask if streaming is paying the bills for you? That would be my concern. It is not currently. I have got an actual job that I do, and right now this is basically just a thing I can do on my days off, and just put in the grind. Because I've got 4 days off, but so I do this Monday through Thursday now, 9 a.m. to noon. This is Central, by the way, and 4 p.m. to 7. And then occasionally, because the main game I play is Rocket League. I don't know if you know about it, but I'll probably occasionally stream that, like, anytime after midnight. That's what I've heard the most from most streamers. They have a day job and stream on the side. Only the very top streamers can make a living doing this. Yeah. And me personally, again, it's like, I'm also kind of playing the YouTube game where it's like, I'm not strictly just Twitch, but like I'm putting the VODs, like I'm just highlighting the entire stream and just exporting it to YouTube. So, and basically just post it there as well. Primarily as like a way to keep all the streams, but at the same time, it's just another platform to try to spread on. But yeah, I want to spend more time with you. After a long pause, Sayori's eyes become filled with tears, and she rests her head on my shoulder. Fuck. Course try what? How's life? I mean, it's okay. After a long pause, Sayori's eyes become filled with tears and she rests her head on my shoulders. I guess I'm selfish or something, but I feel the same way. What? She wipes the tears away and continues in a slightly dazed tone. It'd make me happy if I could be with you more often. I feel my cheeks redden. Upon realizing what she just said, she blushes as well. But wait, I didn't mean it like that. Yeah, I know. She lowers her voice down to a whisper. You're the only one I trust enough to tell about any of this. DLive.tv? I don't know what that is. I take a moment to process what she just told me. I have one question, Sayori. Why me? She purses her lips and tries to find an answer, but ends up shaking her head. I don't know. I just feel deep down that you won't take advantage of me. That's another streaming platform. Fuck hiccups, goddamn. That's become popular. Oh, okay. Yeah, I probably got like another 30, 40 minutes. I'll probably check it out after this. And the way you always make me smile, even when I'm sad, even when I'm feeling like I'm like worthless. I noticed her voice breaking and quickly looked at her face to see tears forming in her eyes. It's just like stressing. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I'm always down for just checking shit out. No harm, no foul in that, right? I brush away her tears and give her a reassuring smile. The tension between us is making it hard for me to breathe. Don't worry. Please continue. I'm here for you, Sayori. If it helps you make me feel the same way. I trust you because you're the only person who doesn't think of me as a joke. That's why I think I can help you, since without you always cheering me up, I'd probably feel worthless as well. Can I ask a selfish request of you? Of course. She pauses as if looking for the right words. I don't rush her. I give her all the time she needs. Is it okay with you if we do more together? I mean, I understand if you have better things to do. I want that too. Great. She hesitates for a moment. If you want to ask the others, then that's fine too. No, I want to spend more time with only you. It'd make me happy. Okay. If you say it'll make you happy, then I believe you. No sooner does she finish saying that, than she lets out a loud yawn. I look at her and notice the bags under her eyes. Sayori, how much did you sleep last night? I got enough sleep. How much exactly? Okay, I know it's no use lying to you. I couldn't sleep. I was afraid of what it mean for me now that I've told you about my condition. How about this then? We can already start spending more time together, but only after you've rested. It's no use. I only feel the rain clouds going away when I'm with you. Since then I know this isn't a dream. I can just wake up from to find that I've lost you. I smile bitterly. So, what? Ah, shit, I missed that line. Okay. You can rest here. Use me as a pillow. Before she can protest, I scoot closer and pat my lap. BRB. Aight. Have fun. Saying knows I won't back down. Only if you promise me one thing. Your wish is my command. She laughs dryly. Don't disappear while asleep. Please don't be a dream. I promise you, Sayori. I'll be here when you wake up, and when you do, I'll take you someplace fun. That'd be great. Yeah. Sayori's eyes can no longer hide her fatigue. After Pinky swearing to her that I won't go away, she smiles and lies down on my lap. Pinky swear, damn, that's serious. You better fucking keep that, my guy. 5 minutes later, she falls asleep. I look at her for a while. She looks different when she's asleep. Her face is more gentle and peaceful. I take off my jacket and carefully cover her with it to prevent her from getting cold while she sleeps. I then look up at the sky and slightly promise to myself that I won't let her down. Oh, I know, it's fucking adorable. The first date. Ever. Just as I'm about to take my phone out of my jacket's pocket, I see it vibrate. I check to see that Monica sent me a message, wondering if I'm alright after I ran out like that. I text her that I felt like the stress was too much for me and I wanted some fresh air. To which she merely responded that I should spend the rest of my day to relax and enjoy myself. I don't reply. I'll hold off on enjoying myself until Sayori wakes up. Right now, she needs rest. I promised her I wouldn't leave. This is nauseatingly cute. Yeah. Yeah. At least we finally made it to the festival, everybody. It's time to celebrate. Yeah. I mean, yeah, me, it's like... I can only handle so much wholesome before I just become a fucking puddle. Like, when I'm... there's like some anime I watch, and it's like I can only watch like a couple episodes at a time. Because it's just like, it's just too much sweetness for me, and it's just like, I can't handle it. I just can't. But, I just love it. It's addicting, but it doesn't go well with like my soulless body. As far as I know, I don't think so. I mean, there's still like the underlying like shit that like goes on with the characters anyways, but as for like the entire mod itself, I have no idea. And Dyer, if you know, please don't say it. I'd like to stay spoiler free as much as possible. So, but there are 3 bad ends. I mean, I can kind of picture where they would go, but I would have imagined 4, 1 for each girl. Because I know there is a Monica route in this one, but all I know is you have to do the other 3 girls' routes first, then you can get Monica's route. So, at least that's the only thing I know about like the entirety of the mod. And even that, I'm not sure how true that is. But considering like I haven't been able to go after Monica at all, I'm guessing it holds up. As I look down on Sayori's sleeping face, I tell myself that a story begins now. 5 hours have passed since Sayori fell asleep. The festival is coming to a close, and I'm starting to feel numb from sitting like a statue in the cold wind. The smell of food is torturing my hungry stomach. But despite my discomfort, I haven't stood up once. I promised I'd wait for Sayori, and I would make good on that promise. Besides, while waiting for her, I got a lot of time to think about my situation. Our situation. I read all sorts of online articles about depression as well. Or read all. That should suffice. I soon hear a low murmur from the side, or my side, and look down to see Sayori slowly opening her eyes. Morning. Or, well, good afternoon, I guess. Upon seeing me, she breathes out a reassuring sigh. You're still here. I decide to humor her. Sorry if you're expecting someone better. That was actually a pretty good joke. She laughs and notices I put my jacket over her to keep her from getting cold. Don't say that. You're better than anyone I know. Honest answer, what is the best mod? I mean, considering this is the only mod I know, I have to go with the Purist mod. As far as I know, it seems to be, like, pretty well regarded. Like, overall. So, yeah. So far, the writing is fucking fantastic. The music is fantastic. The art's fantastic that they've added. The writing's fantastic. I don't know if I said that already, but fuck. Like, I don't think y'all were here when I first got, when like the mod first basically kicked in, like back in her room. But fuck, like just the simplicity of how real it was hit me hard, because it like, I've gone through some of that shit, so it was just like, it was just, oh. I was getting fucking anxiety at certain shit. It was just like, I got Vietnam War flashbacks, everybody. But yeah, so far I fucking love this. I'm sorry, I made you wait so long. Don't worry about it. Was your nap good? She nods. How long was I asleep? About 5 hours. And you sat here this whole time? I pat her head and stroke her hair to the side. That's not like I had anything better to do. Besides, it felt good to be useful to someone for once. Hey, nice. Okay, quick question. It's like the audio issue, like, just because, like, possibly like on mobile? Because I know on mobile, like, you have to be connected to the internet for a chance to even do both stream and audio. Otherwise, it's like one or the other. But, yeah. In school. I'm guessing just poor school Wi-Fi. I about said waffle. Poor school waffle. No wonder you can't watch. Instead of Wi-Fi. I realize this is getting awkward again. Maybe a joke would lighten the mood. Ah, I bit my tongue. Ow. Ow, that hurt. What the fuck? Aha. That's the line from the other game. What, I bit my tongue? Oh, true. You could have earbuds in. That, and what guy wouldn't want a cute girl resting on them? You think I'm cute? Nope. That only made the awkwardness increase tenfold. Despite me having lost any kind of feeling in my face a few hours ago, I feel my cheeks flare up. Exactly. Anyway, why don't we get going? She throws me a perplexed look. Did you forget? I told you I'd take you to someplace nice when you woke up. You're paying, though. I waited for so long that I think I'll faint from hunger soon. Fair enough. I mean, it's cute how slow it's going, but seriously, banger or a hanger, please. Why not both? Hanger and banger at the same time. There you go. I mean, English class? Okay. I used to fucking love reading when I was younger, right? But then, you know, life was like, hey, you want dyslexia, right? Nah? Well, too bad, you're gonna get it. So then, like, I just stopped being able to just fucking read. Like, I'd have to reread a book, like, page, like, 10 times over just to make sure I read it properly. I'm actually really proud I've been able to read through this pretty well. Also, same with my stutter. It's not been too bad. Wow, necrophilia. Unless you meant, like, in 50 Shades. Why not both? If she's got a pull, she's not my type. That's a reference to a song from Motionless in White. They're a heavy metal band. I fucking love them. I got to see them in concert once. It was lit as fuck. There was a giant ass mosh pit. Oh, it was so much fun. But, yeah. Oh yeah, I also should warn, I make a lot of very bad jokes. I haven't really been able to make them too much. Primarily because, like, they tend to be off of, like, what other people say. But, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting on how my humor changes when I'm streaming. Because it's like, I don't know, I just find it interesting because there's only so much I can do. Like, I don't have another person to bounce off of, so it's just, like, solely on me, and it's weird. So I'm usually, like, the fucking introverted motherfucker that just doesn't talk. Anyways, Sayuri yawns and rubs her eyes again. That was the most comfortable nap I've ever had. I'm glad to hear it, Sayuri. She hums as she returns my jacket to me and gets up. I try to get up only to find my legs have fallen asleep due to her resting on her head on my knees while she slept. God damn, I can't speak. Sayuri, noticing this, is quick to lend me a helping hand, and for the second time today, I lean on her for support as I walk. Exactly, I was thinking about making a blowjob joke, but I was like, it's too low of hanging fruit. You know? To see they're sitting. Who is best girl? Okay, here for the Doki girls, I have to go with Monica because in reality, Yuri and Sayuri are way too similar to me. So it's just like they're basically they're both of them are just like different aspects of my personality just split off from each other into two separate characters. So it's very hard for me to actually like them in that way. Like, don't get me wrong, I love like their characters, like their writing and stuff. It's good. But yeah, I mean, my waifu from the game is Monica. But as for Natsuki, I'm always hit or miss when it comes to tsunderes. So, Natsuki just is a miss Tsundere for me. So, dude, Monica knows you. Exactly. Like, is that supposed to be an argument against why not to like her? Because if so, it's not really working. Okay, here's my counter argument to Monica is evil though. Okay, she goes insane because she learns she's within the game. Okay, here's the thing. In the base game, we learn that it's not Monica herself is the reason she's self-aware. It's because she's the club president. Because when at the very end of the game, you know, after you've deleted Monica and she restarts the game without her in it, Sayori becomes the class president, and she becomes self-aware, and she starts pulling nearly the same shit, but Monica's still there and stops her. Do y'all remember that? So, it's not Monica herself who's evil. It's the fact that she's the club president, and, like, the knowledge of her being self-aware, and, like, that position in this universe corrupts people. Like, because it, like, as soon as, like, she's not the club president anymore, like, she's good. Yes, I am. So what? You got a problem? Sayori wasn't gonna murder anyone? I mean, who knows? She was flickering back and forth between that special room, you know? She may have not, like, outright have killed him. She did say she wanted everybody to be happy, but, like, you know. Exactly. And she was like, forever, like, we'll be together forever, and all that shit. She was, like, going insane as well. So. I mean, to be fair, like, Monica did pretty well, all things considered. She was able to hold out the entire game. Sayori here held out for, like, what? 10, 15 minutes? This leads into the bigger argument that people aren't. No, people are responsible for their actions. I mean, it to a relative degree. That's like a case-by-case thing. You like Natsuki? I mean, I'm not hating on Natsuki. She's just a miss for me. But, yeah. Sayori, noticing this, is quick to lend me a helping hand, and for the second time today, I lean on her for support as I walk. So you believe Monica was forced to murder? So it's okay? No, I wasn't saying she was forced to. It was one of those things where it's not that she was forced to. Yes, she chose... Okay, how she describes it is she didn't expect it to happen that way. All she did was mess with their personalities to, like, make their bad traits worse. So with Sayori, all she did was just increase her depression, thinking that would make her not confess to us and turn us away from her. And all it did was make her kill herself. So technically, she didn't actually kill herself, or kill Sayori. Also, with Yuri, she turned up her possessive personality, right? Or obsessive personality. She didn't outright kill Yuri. So it was her that just went fucking batshit crazy that killed herself. The only one she outright killed was Natsuki, but by that point, it was like, it would have just been them two. So it was like, yeah. And so she really only killed Natsuki. And even then, like, she didn't technically, like, die, she just got deleted. Right, but that might be the equivalent of drugging someone and then claiming their suicide is not your responsibility. Huh? I'm confused by your example. Equivalent of drugging someone and then claiming their suicide is not your responsibility? I guess? I don't know. I mean, if anything, if you want to accuse Monica of anything, you can do the whatever it's called, um assisted manslaughter or whatever, like where it's like what you can do to people that tell other people online to kill themselves, and if they actually kill themselves, you can charge them with that or something similar. I can't forget what the actual assisted suicide. Yes. I mean, if anything, you can charge her with that, but yeah. Like, if you really want to charge her with something. But at the same time, it's like... I don't know. I used to know what it was. I don't remember what the fucking phrase was. But, with, so she should have known that someone with depression might kill themselves. Should she have, though? Okay, okay, hold up. Here's the thing, though. All she knew was within the game. Okay, I watched a really interesting video about this way long ago, but it's the waifu paradox, right? Because even in that final section when you're, like, alone with Monica and you're talking with her, like, yeah, she's got other ideas and stuff, but, like, she can talk about a range of topics, but it's, like, the fact that she supposedly still has free will, even though that she still falls in, like, the game is about, like, characters that fall in love with the main character, right? She supposedly has free will, yet, like, it's basically, like, compulsively falls in love with the player instead of the main character, right? So it's that waifu paradox of, like, because it's hard in her code to be the waifu falling in love with somebody, right? So it stands to reason that, like, most of her knowledge would be from, like, the game and, like, whatever, like, this, like, whatever, this existence and all that stuff, right? And here's the thing, too. It's like, technically speaking, did she actually kill anybody, though? Because to her, the other girls in the literature club were literally just lines of code. She was the only other... She saw herself as the only other actual person with the player. Not the main character or the other girls. She saw them as just lines of code. Yeah. She didn't mess with Yuri and Sayori using her words. She messed with their minds. Yeah, that same concept basically, where it's like, I don't know. It gets whole complicated in the argument because it's like, because while she's still the club president and all that stuff, she doesn't regret it. She sees them as lines of code, but as soon as, like, you delete her file and she's technically not within the game or, like, the like the club president or anything like that, she immediately regrets what she did. Okay, but your argument could be used to defend racism. Jeffrey Dahmer saw black people as non-human and ate them in the same way we would eat chicken, pork, or beef. I'm kind of confused. Well, okay. Yeah, no, I see. Okay, yeah. Did I just look this up? No. I've followed, like, this game for a few years. I've watched a few videos on it. Yeah. Because she understood that she was within a game. I can't allow that as an argument? Oh, I am getting so confused now. If I kill someone and say I didn't think they were sentient... See the problem? I get... Okay. Then what about the thing where she goes from not regretting it at all Okay, so before you delete her file in Act 3, she doesn't regret anything at all, right? After you delete her file, she's technically removed from the game. She's no longer the club president and all that stuff, so that power's not corrupting her, right? She immediately starts to regret everything she's done. She misses her friends. She misses the literature club. I'm not saying that doesn't make her guilty, but I don't know. So it's just it. I mean, it just comes down to it is a game. How sentient do you think Monica got? And how quote unquote real are the characters in this world, in this game? Yeah, the character writing may be great, but it's still bound by code. It's like we could go into like a long, like even a longer debate on this, like philosophical debate or like all that shit. I mean I'm down. It's interesting. Let's turn from DDLC to a court date for Monica. I'm still concerned with this line of argument. Monica is saying this: I'm sentient and they're not, so I can kill them. That's arguably victim blaming. I don't know. Like honestly, I forgot like what started this because okay. Because I never actually like. I'm getting like kind of confused now because it's not like I am saying she's guilty free, but like, because I also like playing devil's advocate. I want to hear what Sayori and Yuri would say about being killed. Well, when Sayori becomes club president, she was like, she says she knows all the horrible things that Monica did. We can all still be friends though, right? I mean, I don't know. We ended up technically deleting her from the game. Sayori thanks us for that, so. I mean, dying and coming back is better than dying and not coming back, but still. And oh, here's another thing too. They couldn't have come back if she actually deleted them, though. So that means she didn't actually delete any of them. Yeah, this is the whole thing too. It's like she doesn't actually delete them, and considering that she comes back, we don't actually delete her too. Oh. Okay, how about this? What if she wasn't the club president? She was the vice president, and somebody else was the club president. She wouldn't be sentient. So, and we saw how, like, she is technically after that, where it's like, she's all nice and stuff. She does care about her club mates. How does that justify her actions? Did I say it would justify her action? I don't know. I don't think it would justify her action. It's just like explaining why it would be like that. Honestly, if that's what justify it, I don't fucking know. I know everything she does in the original game is evil. I guess. That was an alternate universe. But what was the alternate universe? Because that's what this mod is. It's an alternate universe. I have no idea. Okay, what about Natsuki? Because IRL, Cinderdays are fucking horrible people. Oh, have fun at lunch. So it's like, take Natsuki for example, right? If you were to have somebody there that's like constantly bashing on people and all that shit, physically hurting them at times, you think Monica is evil? I mean, here's the thing. The basis of this argument, I think, started with trying to argue like why shouldn't like her. She elbows you in the gut. That's what she does. It's not like a playful punch. It's an elbow to the gut. The main character even remarks how hurtful it was, how much it hurt. I guess. I don't know. But what's wrong with me liking a crazy bitch? At least crazy anime bitch, you know? Saying Monica's a bad person, so you can tell off, right? I guess. I mean, for some people, yeah. I mean, you could argue that you're going to from Monica with your love or something, I suppose. I mean, there's plenty, but like, that's a double-edged sword. There's many toxic relationships where people are in that exact mindset with abusive people, where they think that, oh, I can change this person to make them like good or something like that. With my love or all that shit. And in actuality, they don't. But it's interesting, like with say with Monica, it's just like just arguing against yourself. I do that a lot because I love to play a devil's advocate more often than not. So it's just like, yeah, I tend to like become a hypocrite at points. I just like arguing for both sides or whichever side I want to. Wouldn't Monica manipulate you to do what she wants? I guess. I mean, here's the thing though, is I'm to sub, so I mean, depending on how it is, yeah, I don't know. It's like, again, here's the thing. It's like, would I want to be with the yandere IRL? No. But do I? Okay. Monica will abuse you. If she's in like the twisted state that like Yuri's the yandere, I'm not sure what Monica is. No, Monica's the yandere. It's or yangire, or there's other terms for it. Here, actually, let me pull this up real fast for you. Yangire, all right. There's two types. She takes steps very deliberately. Does she, though? Because when messing with the code for Yuri and Sayori, she's like, oh, oops, did I break something? I don't know. Like, she doesn't know exactly how to do it, so it's like, sure, she's like messing with stuff behind the scenes and like hints, like dropping some hints here and there and stuff like that, but like, I don't know. Yeah, in a way. I mean, her plan was basically just to like get with the like players, so, and in the end, she succeeded. Yeah, and I respect that. I don't know. Because I think like her biggest struggle had come from jump scare in Act 3. Like when like if she detects you're like recording or streaming or something like that, she does like the scary face or some shit. Yeah. Also, welcome back, Dyer. But I guess I don't know. Like it's one of those things where it's like I would have to know her a lot better. You're going to be her bitch? Okay, what's wrong with that? Again, as I said, I'm a sub, so like I'm down for a mommy, you know. I didn't say she was the best, but you know, I gotta defend my girl. Hey, you date her. Okay, but submission is granted. Yeah, for me. Okay, as I said, Yuri and Sayuri, they're like, as I said, they're too much like me that I respect their characters and all that. I just don't really like them that way. The victim of an abusive relationship isn't the same as a voluntary sub. Yeah, exactly. And there are plenty of like people out there that don't understand like that like dynamic between the dom and the sub, and it can get very toxic. But I don't know. Not to get Monaco to say Yuri. Exactly. Submission is given, not taken. It's like a two-way thing. So it's like, I'm very sure that like. Okay, here's the thing though. It's like I'm very sure if you were to sit down and talk to her about it though, like if you were given the chance, I feel like she would be rather open. That could just be me with my biased like little filters going on, but like, I don't know. Also, does this take into consideration the president version of her, or like her true version of like caring for other people and all that stuff? Bro, what? Exactly. That's why I'm also like really curious of what they do with her in this mod. Like I can't wait for her route. That was the main reason I wanted to play this, was because I wanted to actually finally get a route with her. It's in discorporeal form. Huh? Oh, are you saying like after she like we delete her file and she's like in all that like pixelated shit? Yeah. I know, right? True. True. I mean, at the same time, it's the constant of absolute power absolutely corrupts, or absolute power corrupts absolutely. I can't remember who said it, but it's that famous quote. She did her best at the beginning, but it eventually did get to her. No, Orwell did 1984. One has Rose now? What? Okay, but is that so wrong to be selfish? I don't know. I'm low-key getting lost, a little bit lost here. But who IRL would I compare Monica to? I don't know. One, I don't really interact with a lot of people IRL, so don't really know who I could compare her to. But I'm saying from everything we've seen of Monica, she's a bad person who acts selfishly and irresponsibly. Yeah, but at the same time, she's still 18, so she's still learning. So I don't know. I'm not saying that excuses it, but like, she's got room to grow. Okay, I want to let y'all know something real fast. I don't know how much anime y'all watch, but my favorite series, it's called the Monogatari series, right? And in it, there's this girl known as Kishtat Asataro Orion Heart Underblade, or otherwise known as Shinobu, Oshino Shinobu. And she's a vampire, right? Insanely powerful vampire. And they're also all 18 and behave much better. Yeah, to a degree. But I would happily let her turn me into a vampire, and her and I live together forever, feasting upon people. I wouldn't mind. So, What does that say about me? Okay, you are. Only a little bit. Only a little bit. See, but the thing is like, humans would be just literal food. It'd be like livestock. I've actually like kind of wrote a book about this. Like, I'm still in the editing phase of it, but I've been writing it for a while. Where it's kind of like the main argument is like hentai. It's art. Oh, okay. Okay. First, Dyer. What's my opinion on hentai? I like it. Okay. It's art and its own, like, the drawings in its and of itself is like all art and all that stuff. Feeding on the sentient species is wrong. Okay, hold up. what? Okay, let me split up the arguments real fast. First, Dyer. Hentai in of itself is like manga is literature. Yeah, manga is literature, just like doujins and hentai is art in the same way. Cause like, I don't know if y'all like watch any like anime YouTubers or anything like that, but it's y'all really need to look up fucking Trash Taste Podcast. I fucking love them. It's the Anime Man, Guguk, and Sea Dog VA. They've made a podcast together, and I fucking love it. But it's like, they're like cultures as well. So it's like, yeah, like there are really good, like hentai out there, like story wise. Do y'all know what metamorphosis is or emergence? The names are basically interchangeable. Do y'all know what that is?